Florence Scovel Shinn was much more than an artist. She was a visionary teacher of metaphysical principles whose books and affirmations have touched lives for nearly a century. Born on September 24, 1871, in Camden, New Jersey, Florence grew up in a cultured and educated family. Her father, Alden Cortlandt Scovel, was a respected lawyer, and her mother, Emily Hopkinson Scovel, came from an established Pennsylvania family. Florence was one of 3 children, with an older sister and a younger brother, educated at the Friends Central School in Philadelphia, a Quaker institution that emphasized moral values, discipline, and personal responsibility. Florence was instilled with principles that would later resonate in her spiritual teachings. In 1889, she enrolled at the Pennsylvania Academy of the Fine Arts, one of the nation's leading art schools, where she studied until 1897. It was there she met fellow artist Everett Shinn, an emerging figure in the American Realist movement and a future member of the Ashcan School. Florence and Everett married in 1898 and eventually moved to 112 Waverly Place in Greenwich Village, New York City, a vibrant hub for artists, writers, and performers, and it did not take long for their home to become a vibrant creative centre. Everett, passionate about theatre, built a small playhouse in their courtyard, founded the Waverly Players, and wrote 3 plays in which Florence starred in the leading roles. During this time, Florence also built her own career as an illustrator, contributing pen and ink drawings to popular children's magazines and books. But the marriage came to an end in 1912, after 14 years. Following the divorce, Florence gradually shifted her focus away from illustration and towards a deeper interest in metaphysical philosophy. By the early 1920s, she had begun teaching in New York, delivering lectures on the power of thought affirmations and what she called the spiritual law that governs life. In 1925, unable to find a traditional publisher for her first book, Florence self-published The Game of Life and How to Play It. This work presented her unique blend of biblical references, practical advice, and real-life stories from her clients, demonstrating how affirmations and a positive mental attitude could transform health, prosperity, and relationships. Its success was followed by Your Word is Your Wand in 1928, a collection of concise affirmations aimed at shaping thought and, in turn, life circumstances. In 1940, shortly before her passing, she released The Secret Door to Success, a book that encouraged readers to trust in divine guidance, recognize opportunity, and remove self-imposed limitations. After her death, on October 17, 1940, her students compiled her unpublished notes into The Power of the Spoken Word in 1945, further preserving her legacy. Florence's teachings were simple yet profound, Words and thoughts are creative forces. By aligning them with divine truth and positive expectation, individuals have the power to change their reality. She often used the metaphor of life as a game, where spiritual law is the guiding rulebook. Through her accessible style and relatable stories, she made concepts from the New Thought movement understandable to everyday people. Though she passed away more than 80 years ago, Florence Scovel Shinn's wisdom remains timeless. Her affirmations, such as "I have a wonderful work in a wonderful way, I give wonderful service for wonderful pay," still circulate widely today. She continues to inspire those seeking to harness the law of attraction, live with purpose, and embrace a mindset of abundance. Shinn's life was a beautiful blend of artistry and spiritual insight. From her early years in the art world to her later career as a metaphysical teacher, she left behind not only books, but a spiritual legacy that continues to broaden horizons and transform lives around the world.